Good morning, world. ADHD, as you know, is something that impacts you in more ways than one. It can impact every area of your life, and it can be impacted by just about any area of your life. And that is why today we're talking about 5 tips for dressing for ADHD. Of course, these things are not going to be things you're looking to do every single day, but they're more for those days when you know you need to be a little bit more focused. You need to be a little bit more on top of your game, a bit more on task is when you would apply these tips. First is focus on simplicity. That means simplicity in both the patterns as well as the cuts that you wear. You don't want to start to wear something that has a cut that's so intricate. Now you're looking to see, okay, where does this connect? Is there some kind of shape in there? Or looking at patterns and trying to figure out what the pattern does, or how many, and things like that. Focus on things that are simple. You still get to dress nicely and wear all cute stuff. Just focus on a simpler cut and a simpler pattern. 2, dress comfortably. When you are wearing clothes, it's important that it is comfortable, because especially when you start looking at your mind already looking for a distraction, your mind is already looking for something to get it off task. The slightest bit of discomfort that you have to stop to address. For instance, if your clothes don't fit quite right, maybe your shoes are a little too tight and you have to shift to accommodate. And of course, that time it takes you to shift in order to accommodate that discomfort can be an opportunity for you to be distracted and go off task. 3, avoid extra items. And by extra item, especially for women, I mean things like those bangles, I think they're called, those little bracelets, those little clinky bracelets, maybe a scarf that's flowing too much and catching your hand at the wrong time, or catching your hand when you really do not want to be going off task. Anything that extra stuff that gives you an opportunity to be distracted, something extra, something else that you to do with your hands, something else for you to play with, avoid those things. Also, stay away from frills. That means, and that goes with the keeping with the simple cuts and pattern, but frills, I mean things like, I know like sometimes you'll have a belt with streamers on it, or things with a pom-pom, things with just extra layers and things that don't really need to be there but are just extra, and invite your hand to come play with them. Avoid those things. And finally, be mindful of fabrics, because sometimes the fabric that you wear can cause you to be distracted a lot. If your body is not comfortable with the fabric, maybe the fabric is a little itchy, maybe the fabric, sometimes your skin is sensitive to a certain thing. Pay attention to that, because any discomfort brought on by the fabric that you're wearing can cause you to be distracted, as well as fabrics that invite you to play with them, because I know there are these little fine, I don't know what it's called, but some little thing that I know that I like the feel of it in my hand. And it's not just people with ADHD who have that. Anybody, when they have stuff that that says, hey, come play with me, anyone will want to play with those. I like playing with these little streamer thingies. I have a belt that has them. But it's for a person who's not dealing with ADHD, it's easier for them to get back on task or not be so completely overwhelmingly distracted by the couple seconds that it takes me to play with the streamers on my belt. Yeah, that's it. Let's do a quick recap. 1, focus on simplicity. That means simplicity in patterns as well as simplicity in cuts. You don't want anything that's gonna say, hey, come play with me, come try to figure out where I go and make shapes and traces with me. 2, dress comfortably, because you don't want to be distracted by discomfort, because every time you stop to accommodate a discomfort, it's an opportunity for you to go off task. 3, avoid extra items, bangles, maybe a tie clip that's too intricate, just extra stuff that gives you additional opportunities to come off task and go play. Stay away from frills, streamers, pom-poms, maybe extra stuff on your, maybe windmills on your tie clip, just any frills. Avoid frills. And finally, be mindful of fabric, because if the fabric is not comfortable on your body, that is again an opportunity for you to be distracted, because it could cause discomfort as you're trying to adjust to it, as maybe it itches, maybe it scratches, maybe it does whatever it does that makes your body needs to respond to. And of course, some stuff that fabric that invite you to play with them as well. And yep, that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.